Tonight I'm changing the oil in my 2002 Buick LeSabre Limited. Let me show you how to do that. So the engine is a V6 3800 Series 2. It says in the oil cap that it takes SAE 10W30, but I like to use 5W30. You're going to need a 15 millimeter wrench, and I use Fram PH 3387A filters. You probably have to jack the car up. I did. There is a spot that you can jack it up right next to the tire. Part of the frame right there is a good spot to put the jack. So here is the oil pan right here. And right behind that, the back of the oil pan, is the plug for the oil pan. Now mine leaks a little bit, as you can see. So I just add some oil every few thousand miles, a couple thousand miles. I usually change oil between 3,000 and 5,000 miles. Okay, so I've got the oil plug loose now. I've got my oil pan, which is a 2-gallon jug that I just cut the side out of. Cheap oil pan. And then you can see also the filter is back here. So once we get the pan mostly drained, I'll take that filter out too. So we start loosening. There we are. Loosening this plug. It'll be warm. You want to do this when the engine is warm because the oil will flow better and you'll get it emptier faster. So you can see where the plug was. It's down to a dripping oil out. So I'm going to come over to the filter and work on getting that out. Now I've loosened it a little bit by hand to where I can easily do it. I had to take a towel, clean it up a little bit so I could get a good grip on it. This one does have a rubber grip in the back, but there are also tools that you can use to loosen those, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But anyway, you loosen that up, and you can see the oil starting to drip out. So if you have once you get it out, you can just dump the oil into your pan. This is the new filter. This is the old filter that I took out. What I like to do is take a little oil out of the old filter and just put a little around that seal. You know, they'll tell you should use fresh oil, and it's probably true, but I've got that old filter sitting right there, and there was some oil on it. So just take a little bit off. My hands are kind of covered in oil too, and put it around the outside edge of that seal so it makes a nice tight seal, and it's easy to put on when you put it back in. Previously, I had mentioned a tool that you can use to get the filter off, and this is a tool with a wrench. You set the wrench to loosening. You wrap this strap around your filter, and as you begin to ratchet, it tightens down on your filter, and the ratchet, you get leverage to loosen it, and so that's how that thing works. All right, so we're back under, got the new filter with a little bit of oil around that seal. I'm going to put it back in, get it started here, just like that. And the trick with this, they say, is once it makes contact, you give it 3/4 of a turn, and that is tight enough. That's what I've heard, so that's what I usually do, and it usually works pretty good. So give it 3/4 of a turn, and then it should be tight enough. So there we go. It's a little more than 3/4. Right there should be 3/4, and then we can also put the plug in back here. You always want to get that hand tightened first, so you make sure it's not cross-threaded or anything. Once you get that hand tightened, then you can grab your wrench and finish tightening that down. On the box for the oil filter, I tear off the one side and I write all the specs down for the car Uses 5 quarts, a 5W30, 15 millimeter wrench, and how many miles and when it was that I changed it, just so that I have that as a reference. Got all the oil dumped in, time to put the cap back on now. Something I like to do when I'm changing the oil, I just kind of go over everything under the hood, check the coolant level, check washer fluid, you can check the transmission fluid. It's that little pull stick right there, brake fluid. Check everything over, make sure it looks okay. Check the serpentine belt, make sure that that's in good shape. If you look at the back side of it, where these little valleys are down there, you can check and see if they look cracked, and that'll give you a sign that your belt's getting a little dry rotted and might be time to replace it. Thanks for watching. If you thought it was helpful, like and subscribe. I appreciate it.